In addition to model fit, SEMwise now evaluates whether your model predicts new data, so it evaluates its predictive strength. We do this using cross-validation, where the model is repeatedly trained on your data, or on part of your data, and then tested on some unseen cases. This gives us a more realistic sense of whether your results will generalize beyond your sample, so is it predictive? To get this running, you check the prediction option and then click run. It runs. Notice this does have a little bit of a warning if your model is fairly complex and you don't have a lot of sample size. Notice in our data set we have 250 cases, but we have 64 parameters. And so if we're using folds, k-folds, we only take part of the data. And so we're reducing our cases per parameter down to 3. Ideally, you want it over 10. Anyway, it'll still run, usually, unless it's really bad. And when it runs, you'll see a new prediction tab down here. And in this prediction tab, you'll see predictive strength based on out-of-sample cross-validated R-square, along with some error metrics that show how far off predictions are on average. So these tell you, altogether, how good your model is at predicting new data. For these error metrics here, the RMSE, the MAE, and then the normed RMSE, standard deviation, and normed MAE, standard deviation. 1 means no predictive power, and 0 means perfect predictive power. So we want it closer to 0. With the cross-validated R-square, it is an R-square, and so we want it closer to 1. The higher it is, the stronger. Now, I've color-coded these, but these are not critical cutoffs or thresholds. These are just guidelines. The target is 1 for R-square, and 0 for these error terms. We also produce a mean cross-validated R-square, which is just the average of this column. I would not rely too much on this. This is a model level predictiveness. I would focus more on the path level predictiveness. So in this case, predicting enjoyment, we have moderate predictive power. You can see the R-square here is not identical to the one up here, but it is close. And that is a pattern you'll notice. The stronger the R-square is naturally, the stronger the cross-validated R-square should be. This is not all the same as the Q-square that you might see in PLS. Can't do that with covariance-based methods. But this does provide you some way to analyze the predictiveness of your model and of the paths in that model. Hope this helps.